OG Lee in the house once again, once again. Thank goodness, thank goodness. In the news, we have T.I. And T.I. is apparently a very, I would say, conservative brother, especially when it comes to his daughter. Apparently, T.I. has accompanied his daughter on her periodic gynecological visits. Some people I read was saying, "Oh, that's so disgusting." I don't think Ti is in the room and looking down as the doctor is examining his daughter. It's pretty much Ti trusting the doctor to tell him that after the examination, first of all. But I just wonder why Ti wouldn't have his wife do something like that and then come back and tell him what the doctor told her. Unless you don't trust your wife or whatever. He might he might say, "Hey, shit, my wife lost her virginity at 14, so shit, I can't trust her." I don't know, but I left those things up to my wife. And I think that you have the conversations, with your daughter, and maybe if you want to go as far as asking, for her to promise you, that she would maybe save herself until she's married, or save herself until she's, financially secure, so to speak, until she's well on her way into her career, or just whatever kind of talk you're going to give her, and expect that she's going to do those things. A lot of times based on you and your wife and the circles around you's exemplary behavior. I think T.I. is kind of, in a way, paranoid, because T.I., and I don't know him personally, but the culture that T.I. has come up in has been a promiscuous culture. And so T.I. knows that. And so he understands that, if I don't protect my daughter, she's liable, to come into the grips of somebody like me, who used to talk shit to females, screw them, and then leave them. Now I don't know T.I. Maybe that wasn't his M.O. I'm just saying that happened within our communities a lot. You know what I mean? So that's why he's so protective. He knows what could happen with his daughter. And it don't matter that his daughter is, in a kind of a, so to speak, well-to-do family. It don't matter, because a lot of these fools, they like thugs and all of these, dudes that ain't about shit. They want to, punch them in the throat and all that old kind of shit. They, for some reason, a lot of them go for that shit. And so he knows that too. I think in this case, he's probably being overprotective, especially if he's any closer to the situation than I'm thinking, which is having the doctor tell him. I hope he's not in the damn examining room. But anyway, not that he probably even knows what he's looking for. But it's just a trip to hear that, man. But in a way, that's good overall to say that a brother is doing everything that he can within his power to protect his daughter. And there's nothing wrong. And a lot of times with the early pregnancy, we don't necessarily have a father right there with the young mother. And T.I. knows that also. My man T.I. is catching a lot of flack. And when I saw all of the disgusting, "Oh, he's so disgusting," and I thought, man, he ain't in the same room with the girl. You know what I'm saying? He's just asking the doc, "Hey, doc, man, tell me, kind of what's going on." I'm hoping. I got nothing but love for the brother T.I. for being protective of his daughter. I got to give you your props for that. But now, if your ass was in the examining room, you got issues, and you need some counseling and some therapy, because you getting into all of that Oedipus and electrocomplex shit. I'm just saying. What? Some people were saying that's kind of being too possessive of his daughter and what have you. And I don't think so about that in terms of possessive, because he doesn't necessarily have to be possessive. You know what I'm saying? He's telling his daughter, go out, have fun, do all of the things you're supposed to do. Just don't give up no pussy. I always wonder when I hear these kind of stories, how do they come up in the conversation? about your daughter's hymen. But hey, that's his daughter, that's her hymen. He could even start a series, you know, the Hymen Chronicles or something like that, chronicling his daughter's life up until she loses her virginity. So it came up, it's out here, so hey, make the best of it. T.I., man, at this point, where you are in your life, and I'm assuming financially even, don't worry about your daughter losing her virginity, and don't worry about your daughter getting pregnant. Most of the time, people don't want to have kids. They don't want their kids to have kids because they know that a lot of times they're going to go through the same situation that they did because they didn't have financial means in their family. If you can afford kids, what's the problem with having kids? Don't let somebody else shame you. It's, oh, well, your daughter had a baby at 14. Okay. He's got a good support system. We got the money to feed them and house them and everything. What's the problem? What's the problem with having a baby at 14 or 15 years old? Now, of course, people are not going to tell you that, especially Planned Parenthood and all of these people. Your parenthood is already planned, which means you got a way, you know, to provide resources. There's no reason to not have kids. As a matter of fact, have a lot of them around you. The more you have, ideally, the more of a support system you would have. There are some places, some states, in the schools, those girls can get birth control pills and you don't know nothing about it as a parent. As a matter of fact, some of them young girls can get abortions and their parents don't even know about it. So you're doing good if you've been able to monitor your daughter for this long. T.I., do your thing, man, with your family. Give your daughter some space and just let her go. Obviously, you're going to be keeping a watch on her, but you're not going to micromanage her because she sees the example that you're setting. So she is not going to fall too far from that tree. The apple never falls too far from the tree. And she knows that you're protecting her because she always has and always will be the apple of your eye. This is OG Lee, and I'll see you again soon.